Good afternoon. I start off by saying good afternoon. It's good evening. I would like to inform each and every one of you on a topic that I find to be great.
God.
Good evening. I would like to inform each and every one of you on a topic that I find to be a great interest of mine. I would like to speak for a few minutes on the United States Army. First, I will start by informing you that I myself have served in the United States Army for the past 6 years. Throughout the past 6 years, I have experienced a convivial and fulfilling career of choice. Much gratification has been brought to me as well as my family while serving in the Army. There are 3 main points that I would like to inform my audience of today. The Army is a diverse place. It holds great long and short-term benefits, and it produces great competent leaders. I would like first to give a brief history on the United States Army before I touch on my 3 main points. According to the United States Army, according to the encyclopedia, the United States Army is the major branch of the United States Armed Forces, charged with the preservation of peace and security and the defense of the nation. The Army furnishes most of the ground forces of the United States military. The 2 highest ranking officers in the United States Army, the Chief of Staff and the Joint Chief of Staff, had this to say, little snippets of it. Chief of Staff General Milley said, "We have the most skilled, ethical, and combat-hardened Army in our nation's history." And at the bottom, the Vice Chief of Staff, General Allen, said, "I am proud to serve with such dedicated soldiers, family, and civilians." Diversity. The Army is a diverse place. Throughout my years in the United States Army, I've had the opportunity to experience a great deal of diversity. There are many different ethical backgrounds, religious backgrounds, sexual orientations, social economic statuses, public beliefs, and other ideologies. I served in Operation Enduring Freedom in 2010 and 2011. For those 14 months, I was located in Bagram, Afghanistan, while I worked on a casual liaison team. While out on missions, I had the opportunity to converse with the people of Afghanistan. The majority of the encounters were with men and young boys. I learned that they spoke the language of Dari and Pashto. Islam is practiced by most of the people, and family is sacred amongst them over there. They live together in small wall compounds known as a kala. The role of the woman is to tend to the household duties, and they are not seen as much as the males are. That was one of the most diverse experiences I had while serving over there. You also meet people from all walks of life, and no 2 people are the same. It is interesting getting to know where people come from and some insights on their backgrounds. Next, I would like to inform you guys on the benefits of the United States Army. As you can see, there are 6 different topics that I'm going to say about benefits, subtopics about benefits. The first one will be the pay incentives. According to Marquies Webb, active duty soldiers as well as reservist soldiers, they receive pay while serving. The active duty receives a normal base salary rate, while the reservist receives only drill pay. There are great deals of other incentives that one can get paid for also, as in airborne, EOD, being a drill sergeant, and being a recruiter. The Army also gives service members an allowance for housing, meals, and for uniforms. The next one will be education. Education benefits are great for everyone. Tuition assistance is offered for active duty soldiers as well as their spouses. With tuition assistance, they are allowed to go to any secondary school of their choice. and they will receive up to 100% funding for tuition and up to $250 per semester hour and 16 semester hours per physical year. Healthcare is very important to many families. In the Army offers a great healthcare plan. As a soldier, you and your family are entitled to service members group life insurance, and it's covered by a thing called TRICARE. That is the military healthcare plan. And TRICARE covers medical and dental that is cared for by little to no cost at all. Vacation. Everyone enjoys vacation. The military is the only job that I know that gives you 30 days paid vacation a year. They give you free sick days whenever you want them. And vacation. Soldiers and Family Services. Basically what that is Soldier and Family Services. That is for the soldiers that have like exceptional family member care. That's the category for that. And then after the Army, you have your retirement. You have which is called a TSP. Where basically you put money in while you're in the Army for your retirement plan. Leadership is the last topic that I want to speak about today. The Army Doctrine Program 6-22 Army Leadership defines leadership as the process of influencing people by providing purpose, direction, and motivation to accomplish the mission and improve the organization. Essentially to this definition is the ideal of influencing, which according to ADP 6-22 leadership entails more than simply passing along orders. I would like to show everyone this video for maybe a minute or two, okay?
He looks tall.
That look like the photo frame or the picture they took of the photo frame. You got a Michael picture. Can't look like it like do some superhero shit.
It's not on there.
Yeah.
It's very easy to put this picture.
Sorry, we're having technical difficulties.
I draw it up. Sit down. You got about 2 seconds. Just sit that ass on the
That's how I just did it. It's on there now. Is it still not on there? Okay, sorry for that. Forget the speech. I mean, forget the
Yo, you think that jump will get scratched tomorrow?
Are they going across it? They're going across it. It's too saturated.
So back to the presentation, guys. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Basically what the YouTube video was It was basically the general that wrote the ADP 6-22. It was basically him saying what leadership meant to him and how the army that we live in today is completely different as far as leadership wise from back in the day when he was going through the ranks of the army. And to recap today's lesson, basically we went over what I informed you guys today about was how diverse the army was, the short-term and long-term benefits of the army, and how the army makes great competent leaders. Are there any questions at this time?
Well, I got one question. What is your what's your definition of a leader? Leader or leadership in your own words?
In my own words?
Your own words.
I mean, when you think of leadership, well, when I think of leadership, I think of anybody, just like the Army says, anybody that has purpose, motivation, and drive, basic drive to motivate any person. That's how I see leadership, because it can be like they use in football terms. They use I don't know if everyone's familiar with the Seattle Seahawks safety Cam Chancellor. When he didn't play earlier this year, their defense fell apart. But as soon as he came back, they were back at #1 defense of the NFL. So that's what I think of leadership. Yes.
Does the Army offer you other opportunities to travel besides going on a deployment?
Yes, the Army offers you a lot of traveling experiences and opportunities. You can PCS to places overseas, Germany, Alaska, Korea, Japan, or you can even take hops, which are military flights you can just take whenever you want to go somewhere for cheap if they have space available.
What type of services do the Army, I guess, accommodate for soldiers that's incoming or just having issues with, moving to place, PCS wise?
So like if I was to PCS somewhere and didn't know the area period,
Yeah.
The Army came up with a thing called the Total Army Sponsorship Program, and that's basically giving a new incoming soldier, a old soldier from that organization that's been there for a good time, that's been there at that duty station in that organization for a long time, so they know the ins and outs of the place. They normally like to get to them with the Army Sponsorship Program. They like to reach out to the incoming soldier a few months before they get there, just so they can get everything in order for them. And then once they actually get boots on ground, or they actually get, better yet, they get to their new duty station, they basically walk them hand in hand to everywhere they need to go.
Why this topic of all topic?
About what topic?
Diversity in the Army. Why would you choose this topic?
Why would I choose the Army? Because that's what I know. 6 years, that's what I know.
Cold flow. So that's
What opportunities do single soldiers have in the Army?
What opportunity does single soldiers have? You have better opportunity for single soldiers. That's all single soldiers that's in the military. They come together, do fun, creative things. They, I would think it's like a big date night. That's how I would, not really a big date night, but I would say it's like, no, they're not hooking up. They aren't hooking up. They just, better opportunity for single soldiers. So they take them out of the barracks. They take them out of their work life and actually do fun things. They go paintballing. They go ice skating. They go.
Is it free?
It is free. It's all free.
Okay.
So, do the Army just accommodate single soldiers? What about married soldiers? Do we have to pay for things?
No, we don't. We have marriage retreats in the Army. Most of them are sponsored by the chaplain, and you go to many different places. I know my brigade 2 months ago they went to Myrtle Beach, all paid for the whole weekend. A couple months prior to the 2 months, they went to Great Wolf Lodge for a weekend, and it was all accommodated and paid for. So, Yes.
In your own words, do you feel like the military is a more family-oriented place, or is it like you just do whatever you want? Like, you feel like they're more a family home? In your own words.
In my own words, my own experience, I'm gonna say it all just depends on where you're at in your career. Because when you first get into the Army, it's, oh, I want you to do this now, so you have to do it. Whereas once you get a little bit, get a little bit of time to get a little bit of rank under your belt, then you can kind of, that's what I'm looking for. You can delegate things to others, so you have more time to be with your family. Any more questions? Well, thank you guys for allowing me to speak to you guys today.